Hey, what's going on, FBG fam? Welcome back to the channel. So it's update day today. In my last update video, I mentioned that we would probably try and do this about once a month, and our last one was on June 28th. Today's July 28th as of this recording. So this is perfect timing because there's a lot to go over. There's a few announcements, and just in case you're unaware of how these videos go, basically I sit down in front of the camera and talk to you guys as if we're friends on the couch talking about life and things of that nature. It gives you a little more insight on the channel. It gives you a little more insight of me as a creator, and it's a way to be able to garner a connection with you guys. And I think it's great, right? Like I mentioned, this is perfect timing because there's a lot that's happening behind the scenes, but there's a lot that's happening on the channel. As you can see, outside of our last video that we just put up, the uploads have been a little inconsistent, and there's been some reasons for that. But first, what I want to talk about is kind of like the arc or phases that we're going through here on the channel, because we're definitely, I feel like we're heading into like phase 3 or like arc 3 of this channel. So the first one was the Honkai Impact Third days, where we covered that game for over 2 years, and it was a great time. Had an absolute blast making videos for that game and playing the game just in general. And then phase 2 or arc 2 was the Genshin Impact phase, where we've been covering that game for now coming up to 2 years, and we have formed such a great community, had such a great time with videos and live streams, and it's been a blast as well covering that game, playing the game, meeting you guys or talking to you guys, and just having that community and being able to form that here on the channel. And that's been great. But now I feel like we're moving into phase 3 or arc 3 of the channel, where we're not just solely based or surrounded around one game like Honkai Impact Third or Genshin Impact. We are now going to be branching out to other games that are similar and within the same genre, just not one game alone, right? So for example, Tower of Fantasy is going to be a prevalent one here on the channel. If you missed my last video, I implore you check it out. But we did get into the IDA Pioneer program, which is fantastic. So it gives me access to the game beforehand, before the global drops, and just being a part of that, playing Tower of Fantasy has been great. I've been enjoying it, and we'll be covering that game here on the channel. So we have that. We also have Wuthering Waves that we are going to be covering and have been covering. I'm excited for that game. We have Zenless Zone Zero, possibly Honkai Star Rail, PGR here and there when things are hyped. So there's a lot that's happening on the channel, and many different games that I'm excited about to cover that allows me to branch out a little bit and bring more variety to the channel. But the problem is when you start to do that, not everybody on the channel that's subbed to you is into that as well. So the channel has been taking a bit of a hit because of that, and it's understandable, and I knew that was going to happen. What I'm hoping is that with us covering those other games consistently, we can garner new viewers, and those of you that stick around, I appreciate the support. It means the world to me. And those that unsub, I definitely understand, because you may have subbed to me for a specific reason, and I'm no longer fulfilling those needs for you, so you are, no longer interested in the channel. Understandable. I definitely appreciate the time that you gave me, and if you are moving on, I hope you the best. But for those of you that stick around and support and love me covering anything and everything, that means the world to me. And like I mentioned, the games that we're covering are always going to be within the realm of like open world ARPG type of games. They're never going to be too outside the norm. So I feel like the games that we would be covering are very similar to the interests that you guys would have anyways. And so we're going to go ahead and stick to that. And the games that I mentioned are going to be the prevalent games that we cover here on the channel. And I feel like that's like phase 3, where we really hone in on Tower of Fantasy, keep Genshin Impact at the core, and Wuthering Waves as the main focuses. And then we'll sprinkle in PGR, Aether Gazer, Zenless Zone Zero, Honkai Star Rail, and other games when there's probably hype stuff happening there, right? So just wanted to give you guys that bit of an update. Speaking about Genshin Impact, though, we have 3.0 coming up. We have Sumeru right around the corner. Those are things I'm excited about and we'll be covering. I did also want to announce that we are looking at bringing back the Test Your Might challenge. So if you're not aware of what Test Your Might is, it's something that I've done in the past, only 2 seasons of it, and we're bringing season 3 here hopefully soon, where basically it's a challenge of your skill and where your characters are. So we pick a boss You choose one character that you want to bring into that boss fight, and it's just you by yourself going in there with that one character that you choose, and you see if you can defeat the boss, as we all spectate, and we usually do it live, and there's prizes and things that you can win, as well as you get some notoriety from it. So it's always a good time. It's a lot of fun, and season 3 should be coming out here relatively soon, where we'll have some giveaways and prizes for the winners of it. I think we'll do a top 5 maybe, and it's whoever can kill the boss the quickest, and it's time. So it's always fun, it's hype, we have a good time with it. It's a really enjoyable. So get ready for Test Your Might season 3 coming out here relatively soon, hopefully before 3.0, so that way you guys can get the prizes and use them in 3.0 for Sumeru and the Sumeru characters. So that should be a lot of fun. I hope you guys are excited about that. When it comes to Tower of Fantasy, like I mentioned, I'm in the IDA Pioneer Content Creator Program. That is a game that I'm really focused on at the moment, because we have the global release coming up here on August 10th. And with me being in the program and having that access beforehand to the test client, I really want to put a lot of my focus into that game right now to try and learn as much as I possibly can. So that way when the game releases globally, I can have a lot of information for you guys, have some guides, character showcases, give you guys some advice on what to do, what not to do. And so I'm really been grinding that game and focusing on it. So Tower of Fantasy is going to be pretty prevalent, I think, on the channel here for the most part. Genshin Impact will always stay around, and we'll have a lot of fun things for Genshin Impact, but it may be Tower of Fantasy mostly for the moment, because it's just, you know, it's brand new, it's coming out soon, and I'm in that program. So those are the main reasons. So I hope you guys are excited about Tower of Fantasy. I mentioned this in the past. I've had my hesitations about Tower of Fantasy because of all the negative connotations surrounding it from the past, but to be quite honest with you, with being in this program, having my hands-on experience with the game, and then being able to speak to some of the individuals associated with Tower of Fantasy from that program, like the mods, I just been getting really good vibes. Everybody has been so nice and kind and gracious. It's been a really good, enjoyable experience so far. And so I want to take that, and that, because I've been having such a great experience with it, that is what's allowing me to move forward with Tower of Fantasy and be able to, you know, be more comfortable covering it here on the channel. If I didn't have that hands-on experience, I'll probably still have a lot of reservations, but since I do have that, it's been great. And so I want to really support the game, because the developers, the moderators, everybody's been kind in the community. So we're gonna move forward with Tower of Fantasy. I hope you guys are excited about that. Plan on doing a lot of really cool things with that game, like the character creation. I want to have like a giveaway or a contest for that, and be able to rate your guys' character on release and be able to take a look at that. That should be a lot of fun. Would love to build a guild in that game and have a lot of you in there, and we come up with a guild name together and just really grind the game out, have a lot of fun in PvP, PvE, do raid bosses with you guys, do battle royale with you guys when it releases. So there's a lot that we can do with Tower of Fantasy that I'm excited about, and I hope you guys are as well. Now, Wuthering Waves, we're just waiting, right? Wuthering Waves is a game that is going to be extremely prevalent here on the channel. We just are waiting for news, information, more gameplay, a closed beta, anything. Once we get that, I'll always be covering Wuthering Waves and keep you guys tapped in, but we just haven't had really any information outside of that tap event, which they showed, you know, a little, they showed slightly newer things, but nothing that we really haven't seen before if you've been really keeping a close eye on Wuthering Waves. So just waiting for more things to happen there. Outside of that, we have Zenless Zone Zero's closed beta coming up, which is exciting. I did sign up for it. I don't know if I'll get in, but if I do, of course, we'll be bringing gameplay of that and covering the game. Honkai Star Rail probably is going to be right around the corner. Aether Gazer is going to be coming out globally soon. So there's a lot that's going to be happening, a lot that I want to do here on the channel with you guys. And I just want to thank you all for being so patient with me as we, you know, enter into this new phase of the channel, what I like to call phase 3 or arc 3. So you know, it's one of those things. And oh, live streams, I forgot to mention live streams. We need to bring the live streams back. I know I haven't been live in like 2 weeks, and I want to bring those back for you guys. Initially it was just kind of like my energy levels, I was feeling a little run down, needed to take a little break. and I feel good now. Want to come back to live stream, so we'll be live streaming hopefully consistently once again. The only problem is speaking about you know, not going live for quite some time, needing a break. I'm gonna be actually going on vacation here relatively soon, coming up on August 12th. So, and I'll be gone for a week. So I don't know if I want to. I'll probably, you know, go live again. I'll probably actually go live later today, just depending on when you're seeing this. But just know that I'll be gone for a week. I'm hoping to have videos uploaded for you guys for that week like I normally do. And then when I get back, once again, right back on the grind. I just want to let you guys know that we are back on the grind. We're back to really trying to push the channel once again. Now that we have Tower of Fantasy, Genshin Impact rolling into 3.0, and hopefully we get some more news on other games. So anyways, once again, just thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for everything that you do for me here on the channel. It's greatly appreciated. It means the world to me. And those of you that stick around, that are patient with me, that don't mind that a couple of days go by since I, you know, don't upload or become a little more inconsistent, that means the world to me, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.